Estamos aquí en La Habana, Cuba, papá. My workout here in La Habana. En La Habana. I still can't believe I'm here in La Habana cutting hair. It's crazy. I didn't go to Cuba prepared to cut anybody's hair. I just took some clippers to trim my own beard and that was it. But our tour guy, our driver, when he asked me what I did for a living, I told him how I cut hair, blah blah blah. He asked me to cut his hair. So that's what you see me doing on here with his barber's equipment. Since cool care is so expensive in Cuba and they don't make much money, most of the barbers, they use alcohol instead, which actually causes the clippers to corrode. This is to show you guys, sometimes we complain about barbershops in the US, and these people with the bare minimum, they're making it happen. So there's no excuse. I'm sure they do oil their clippers very well to prevent them from corroding from the alcohol that they use to clean their clippers. I asked Ramon if he works by walk-ins, appointments, or if he does both. He tells me that he works mainly by walk-ins, just first come, first serve, and also people will call and let them know around what time they're coming in, which to me is pretty much an appointment, but I guess the way he works it is just different. Here I'm asking Ramon what his schedule is. He tells me it's from 8:30 a.m. till about 4 or 5 p.m. I asked him, are you always here for that schedule? He said yes. I want to give barbers this money tip. Respect your schedule. Be there for all of the time that you said you're gonna be there. If you told your clientele, oh yes, I'm always here from 10 to 5, be there from 10 to 5. At the barbershop, we have more freedom than most other jobs as far as the schedule goes. I feel that many barbers, instead of taking advantage of this to work harder, they are irresponsible about it by not being there when they're supposed to be. And this makes them lose a lot of money. Like Ramon is telling me here, the barber game is a business where when the client comes to look for you, if you're not there, you might lose that client. By the way, for those of you guys that are listening to this in the States, we have to be grateful for what we have in the States. I'm cutting with his equipment like I said before, and this guy just handed me a guard that he actually adjusted it, he trimmed it to make it, to turn it into a 1.5. So he took one of those, remember the side guards that the wall clippers used to make before? He had one of those and he trimmed it and turned it into a 1.5. Wow, the struggle is real. And back to what I was saying about the barbers that don't stick to their own schedule and are always coming in and out of the barbershop. Those are the guys that never make money as a barber to their full potential. And then they're complaining about the owner of the barbershop. Oh, it's low because the owner is not spending enough money on advertising. You know, those are the complainers. The ones who don't even stick to their own schedule, are irresponsible, and do not go out there and promote themselves. We're talking about how when a client goes to a barbershop on a day when you're supposed to be there and you're not there, that's one of the quickest ways to lose clientele. And also Ramon was saying that when you're not gonna be at the barbershop, you gotta let your clients know, and that's very true. We're also talking about how the best way to increase your clientele quickly is to treat your clients like friends, to create a friendship with your clients. That's gonna keep your clients coming back forever. Talking a little bit more about the same subject, we're here talking about how you don't want to just cut somebody's hair and not say a word to them throughout the whole haircut. You want them to feel comfortable. You want to start conversation with the client. You want to conversate about anything really. Their family, how things are going, how their work is going. You can talk about the weather, sports. There's a lot of stuff that you can talk about. So I said to Ramon, what about the barbers that say that they don't have anything to say to the clients, or they can't find anything to say to the clients? And Ramon says something that I feel like is very true. Just talk about life itself. Just talk to them the same way you would talk to a friend if you bumped into them at a bar or just anywhere. Just talk to them about life, how things are going. There's 1,000 things to talk about. I was just talking earlier, for those that don't speak Spanish, I was just talking about how there's many barbers in the US, and I'm sure everywhere, that they complain about business, how business is not that good, that they're not staying that busy, this, that, and the other. And it's because they're responsible. They don't be at the barbershop for the hours that the barbershop is open. And that is really bad for business. As a barber, your clientele should know your schedule. They should know when you're open, when you're off and everything. And that schedule should be like gold. Like, you gotta be reliable. On the days that you're supposed to be there and the hours that you're supposed to be there, you really should be there. The client shouldn't stop at the barbershop on a Friday and not find you, or any day for that matter. When you're supposed to be there, you should be there. That's how you build your clientele really good. By being responsible and be there at the schedule that you're supposed to be there. You build a lot of clientele that way. Like I was saying, the way you build a clientele has a lot to do with your schedule as a barber. And I think starting out, many barbers don't make it in the barber game to their full potential, because what happens is they don't want to put in the time that it takes to actually be successful at the barbershop. Meaning, like, whenever the day's slow and they get tired and they want to go home. And it's not like that. If you're supposed to be there, for example, at my shop, our hours are from 10 to 7. If you're supposed to be there from 10 to 7, be there from 10 to 7. Just because you got a little bit slow around 2 p.m. on a Wednesday, and you have to sit down, say, for 30 minutes to an hour, it doesn't mean that you should take yourself home, you know? You shouldn't just go home because you feel like, oh, I'm just sitting down here, I gotta go home. Nah, stay at the barbershop. You're supposed to be there, be there. Do something else with your time. You know? Do something else with your time. Get on social media. Fix your clippers. Clean your station. Do stuff like that. By the way, I'm cutting with this guy's clippers, and I can tell he's cutting like the bare minimum. His hairs are about to fall. I brought a couple of things. I gave him this. I brought him a couple of little gifts. This here, big master spin, this clipper. I'm actually gonna bring him some more bars. I got a couple of bars at the hotel. I'm gonna bring them in for him. I wasn't thinking about stopping at this barbershop today, by the way.
Y lo mejor de todo, que es gratis.
So my driver just said that the best part of this haircut is that it's for free. I guess that's the thing about being a barber. When people know you're a barber, they're always gonna be asking for haircuts, even when you're on vacation.
What are you doing?
You doing like a show or something, or you like?
I have a YouTube channel, so I'm just gonna put this video on there, you know.
Great. So just on YouTube on there?
Yeah, great.
They say you got like 5 up a shop on it, Saturday?
Yeah, I do. Sure.
Great.
sir.
You gotta have fun, okay?
Take care, bro.
You too, bud.
Ramon is saying something very true. He's saying that the barbershop is all about consistency. If clients don't walk in the morning, they'll walk in the afternoon, but you need to be there. So Ramon is telling me that over there, they really gotta get their lifetime out of these clippers. He tells me he's had those clippers for 9 years now. And he's also telling me that over there, they don't replace the blades. They just get them sharpened. But there's no such thing as replacing blades. So I told Ramon how barbers here in the States, they can afford to have multiple clippers. They make good money. They work under AC. And with that and everything, they still complain. And he's like, what are they complaining about? And he laughs. But yeah, that's how it is. Sometimes we're not grateful enough for our blessings, for what we have here in the United States, or for people listening to me in Canada or other countries that have good economies. We need to appreciate the opportunities that are being given to us. I asked Ramon, so how many haircuts do you have to do to buy a clipper like this? He tells me, well, this is a wall machine. This is the best known brand over here in Cuba. And over here, you can be looking at paying between $50 to $60 to $70 for a wall clipper like this. Keep in mind that these are the wall clippers that you can be looking into paying in the States, about only $30 for them. I asked Ramon, what about for the better wall clippers, like the wall seniors? How much are they over here? He said, oof, over $100. I asked Ramon, do you guys need a barber license here in Cuba to be a barber? In Cuba, most of the education is free. Obviously, elementary, middle school, high school, but also you can become a school teacher, engineer, whatever, university careers. Most of them are free. And you can even become a doctor over there in Cuba, and you don't have to pay for your school. It's all free. But to be a barber, you have to pay for it. Crazy, right? He tells me that it's like that for other careers as well, like cosmetologists, nail techs. They have to pay for their own school. I said to Ramon, so you're telling me you can become a doctor here in Cuba for free, paying nothing for tuition, but you cannot become a barber for free, huh? And he's like, yup, that's how it is over here. There used to be a barber school around here, but they turned that into a barbershop. He tells me that now there's another school that gives you a license, but it's more only to cut at cruise ships, at hotels, at your house. He calls that an international license. Interesting. My driver, he was saying, oh, but that's just, that's just to make a little bit of money, just to survive. I asked them, so what's minimum wage over here? They tell me 12 CUC, 12 CUC, which means in dollars about $15 to $16. Not per hour, not per day, not per week, per month.
Over here cutting with my boys, clippers, and trust me, he's cutting with a bare minimum. It's real out here. When barbers don't realize how good we have it in the States. All they do is complain. We're like in heaven compared to these guys.
Ramon tells me that he's been cutting for 26 years. I asked him, what do you think is the best way to get a strong clientele? He tells me to cut hair good and to be at the barbershop every day. He says that the same clientele is gonna help you get more clientele if you cutting them good. Ramon said, because if you don't cut them good, they're not gonna send you anybody. And that's very true. These are the edges that I gave Ramon. In Cuba, everything is very regulated by the government. And so I asked Ramon, can you cut hair at your house? Is that allowed by the government? And he said, yes, but you do have to get a permit in order to be able to do that. I said to Ramon, so you always have music playing for your customers, huh? And he said, yes, Cubans, they like their music, so I always put music on for them, for my clients. I asked Ramon, where did he get his barber chair from? He said he got it right there in Cuba. He doesn't know exactly where this chair came from, but that it's been in Cuba for many years. And I also asked him, well, and if it breaks, do you have somebody that can fix it for you? And he said, no, I gotta do the work myself. I gotta fix it myself. He tells me, well, these chairs don't even break like that. They never break, hardly ever. All I gotta do is keep adding oil when it goes low every couple of years, and that's about it. I asked him, how old do you think this chair is? And he said, well, about 40 or 50 years. I think actually it might even be a little older than that because it looks pretty old to me. I asked my driver, Camilo, so how do you want your neck in the back? Do you want it rounded? And he said, yes, which reminds me to tell you guys, always ask the client a bunch of questions. Do not assume anything. Ask them if they get a shape up. Ask them how they want their sideburns, pointy, square. Always ask a bunch of questions. That's the best way to guarantee you're gonna do what they like. We're here in Cuba. We're about to visit the same barber that I went to visit a couple days ago. I'm gonna stop by there to give him a little gift and you know, to say bye. We're living today. So we're stopping by this barbershop that Camilo knows, our driver, and I want to stop by there and actually give them a couple of things that I'm not using anymore, and I want to donate it to somebody that I know is gonna appreciate it and use the stuff. So around here, this is called Municipio Playa Reparto Miramar, Barbería La Copa Barbershop. So I'm here. I'm gonna give away a couple of things to the barbers here. Some cakes that I'm not really using, and a couple of things. Just, you know, giving them a little gift. You know, doing something good for the barbers out here. Let me show you that. So I had this cake laying around the shop. Came here, giving them to the barbers here.
Daisy, get that more touch.
These are the cakes where the clients can use their cell phone here while they're getting a haircut. And we're giving them a couple of pins, a couple of Masters pins. These right here. Just trying to do something right for the people also, you know? It's good to give to others, bless others. I'm here back at the barbershop that I visited a couple of days ago. This is the barber of my driver. He's the one that he comes over here to this shop. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give him a colorless wall clipper that I have. That's my personal one, because you know what, I can always buy a new one out there. Over there with 2 haircuts, maybe like 2-3 haircuts, I can buy one of those out there in the States. Over here, they have to do like 40 haircuts for them to be able to afford one of the clippers that I'm about to just give them. What I'm trying to say is, fellas, we need to bless other people, others that are less fortunate. Because in US, we're basically like in heaven over there. So we should definitely bless others that don't have all the means that we have. There's barbers out there that are collecting clippers, that have a bunch of old clippers that are still using, that are still, I mean, they're not using them anymore. The clippers are still good, they still work, but they just have them there just collecting dust. where those clippers could be a big blessing for somebody else. Somebody can start their career as a barber thanks to a clipper that you can give them. So let's try to bless others, and let's not be just greedy all by ourselves. Ramon is like, how much time you got left here in Cuba? And I'm like, man, just a couple of hours. Matter of fact, I gotta be at the airport in an hour. He asked me, do you have a good time in La Habana? Do you like it? I was like, of course, I love La Habana. And hey, by the way, look at his client's face. Like, he's looking at me like, who the hell is this? And he's coming in with a video camera recording him, you know? I told Ramon that I brought him a few things, you know, a couple of gifts. And I also told my camera guy, hey, record this guy, record this guy. This guy is cool, you know? I guess he wanted to be on the video. Honestly, I wish I would have came more prepared for this. I would have brought more stuff to Cuba to donate.
He had the number one that was falling off too much. We took him up with this cordless clipper, and obviously the charger
stuff that was very hard to find.
I wish I would have brought more equipment. I wasn't thinking about that, but on my head strip, I'm gonna start doing that. Bringing equipment with me to give away to barbers that don't have the means that we have.
This is something that
in the
I'm
States.
gonna start practicing from now on. Whenever I travel to an undeveloped country, a third world country, I'm gonna bring stuff with me for the barbers over there that are, you know, struggling and that have to cut so many heads just to buy the same stuff that we can buy here with just one haircut. I told Ramon, look, so I'm giving you the second blade holder. Just make sure you bless somebody else with it, alright? I told him, give it to a barber that is starting out. So just how I'm helping you out, you'll be helping them out. He said, yeah, I'm gonna give that blade to the barber that cuts my hair. I was like, alright, that's good. Hook him up.
Mírate a ver si le queda. Giving away a couple of things to my driver's barber over here with Ramon.
I also gave him a free bottle of Cool Care disinfectant, and he told me, oh, I noticed when you dropped the comb when you were cutting Camilo the other day that you were looking for something to disinfect the comb. And I'm sure everybody watching this video already knows about this, but I'll say it just to make sure everybody knows. If you ever drop anything while you're cutting hair, disinfect it. And obviously disinfect all your equipment before cutting anybody. It was cool meeting with Ramon and learning a little bit about what barbers have to go through in Cuba, how the struggle is. This makes me appreciate more what we have back home in the States. We gotta give back to others. Alright, this is Andre for Great Masters. Keep that in mind, alright? You can change somebody's life by just giving away stuff that you don't even use anymore. That's how easy it is. Podemos ayudar a otra persona dando cosas que ni siquiera usamos ya. Listo, me cuidan. Great Masters. Ramón,
dale, papi.
Me cuida, primo.
Te quiero, cuídate.
Buena, te quiero.
Que te sigue yendo bien.
I'm also going to give away my shoes. I'm gonna leave them here for the guy that takes care of the house. He does the garden and stuff. So I'm gonna give him those shoes. I gave him a few of my shirts, a little bit of clothes, some shorts. Like I'm saying, guys, we need to start giving away stuff, you know, blessing people too, yo. Seriously. Because a lot of these people, they really need it more than we do. So I can always buy me another pair of shoes, but I know the guy that I'm giving the shoes to, he will probably never be able to buy himself some Nikes if it wasn't because of the shoes that I'm giving him right now. So let's start blessing other people. Let's start blessing others.